Hey guys, this is Ashish. Welcome to yet another video on my YouTube channel. So today's video comes with an important update. So today a lot of buzz is happening on social media, on WhatsApp groups, on Facebook groups regarding a particular update that was released by SEVP, and it impacts a lot, not a lot, but all of the international students who are currently in the United States or who aim to come to United States on student visa. So what is that update? Let's go ahead, try and understand. First thing, disclaimer, these are my opinions. This is not any legal advice. Please keep that in mind. So you must have heard about this particular headline: SEVP modifies temporary exemptions for non-immigrant students taking online courses during fall 2020 semester. So some part of spring, the entire summer semester, taking online classes was allowed for international students. In general cases, it is not allowed. There is a limit on how many hours you can enroll to online courses. Now, due to this COVID situations, things were changed. All the universities closed their doors to students and everyone was forced to take the classes online. But things are going to change from coming fall semester. Now, when do fall semester start? It starts on August 24. So we still have a good amount of time. So do not panic, do not get into tension. Things are going to be fine. This is an important update. That is why. So what exactly happened today at around 3:30, to be precise, at 3:32 p.m. I got an email from my university that had a subject line: updated guidance for F1 students for fall 2020. So it was an update. It was a heads up. Let's go ahead and see what the content was. We recently received updated guidance regarding fall 2020 enrollment. Guidelines for F1 international students. International Students and Scholar Services is closely reviewing this information and will send specific steps for you in the coming days. So I came to know something is happening. They have received something. They are going to work on it and they are going to send an update to me. So I was quiet. I was calm. I decided let them do their job. I was a bit curious, but I had no idea what's happening. Then what happened? Then CNN broke this story. CNN said international students may need to leave United States if their universities transition to online only learning. Okay, so that was something serious for me because I know my university as of today offers online only learning. There are no in-person classes. Now, if this continues to happen for the next semester or in the next semester, it means being an international student, I may have to leave this country. So in this video, we are going to do a lot of reading because we are going to stick and try and understand what's happening through reliable sources only. So let's see and understand what exactly is happening here. So international students who are pursuing degrees in the United States will have to leave the country or risk deportation if their university switch to online courses. So that means either you will have to leave on your own or you might get deported. Immigration and Customer Enforcement announced on Monday, that is today. The move may affect thousands of foreign students who come to the United States, and I am one of them. Maybe you are also one of them who are watching this video at this time. Now, universities nationwide are beginning to make decisions to transition to online courses. So, some part of spring, all of the summer semester was online. They were planning that fall could also be taken online, and Harvard take that call. So important part of that story, the agency, that is the ICE, suggested that students currently enrolled in the United States consider other measures like transferring to schools with in-person instructions. There is an exception for universities using a hybrid model such as mix of online and in-person classes. So this is serious. ICE is saying, dude, either you get enrolled in a university which offers in-person classes or go back. So there is an exception that says universities using a hybrid model. Now, what's a hybrid model? The hybrid model is like the classes are offered in person as well as online. So you can go sit in the classroom or you can take the same classes online. Or if there are 13 sessions, a couple of sessions you go in the class, attend, rest you attend online. Something similar like that. Now let's go ahead. What exactly happened next? Then I got access to the press release that SEVP released. So this is the press release that I went through. This press release, this is the official release by the agency. So let's go ahead and see what the content of this press release is. So this is the press release, and there are three important points in this press release. So we are going to see what are those three important points. So the first important point, temporary exemptions for the fall 2020 semester include. Now these are the exemptions which are included. Non-immigrant F1 and M1 students, that is students who are on either F1 or M1 students, attending schools operating entirely online. That means you do not attend any classes by visiting to your university or by sitting in the class. You are not attending any of those classes. May not take a full online course load and remain in the United States. That means you from the fall or in fall 2020 you cannot have all of your classes online and remain in the United States. So either you take in-person classes, hybrid model classes, or leave. The US Department of State will not issue visas to students enrolled in schools and or programs that are fully online for the fall semester. So people who are not in the United States but are planning to travel to United States, but if your university is offering only online classes, you will not get visa, or you will not be even allowed to travel if you already have a visa. Now, the important line you should see here. If not, they may face immigration consequences, including but not limited to the initiation of removal proceeding. Important. So either you leave on your own or they may remove you forcefully. Non-immigrant F1 students attending schools operating under normal in-person classes. That means your classes are going as they were expected before COVID situation. Then you are regulated by existing federal regulations. That means you can take only one online class and other two must be in class. So if you are enrolling for 9 credit hours, 3 should be online, or only 3 can be online, 6 will be offline, that is in person. Now the third point, non-immigrant F1 students attending school adopting a hybrid model. Now this is important. I believe most of the universities will opt for this model. They will opt for hybrid model. That is a mixture of online and in-person classes. So as I advised, some of the classes will be online, some of the classes will be in person. Now, will be allowed to take more than one class or 3 credit hours online. These schools must certify to SEVP through the Form I-20, Certificate of Eligibility for Non-Immigrant Student Status. And one more important thing is that they are saying, okay, if you started in this model, you started either in person or you started in hybrid model, and during the fall semester, due to some reason, if your model changes again and it switches back to entirely online, you will have to report to SEVP. Now here you means the university will have to report back to SEVP within 10 days of making that change. So that is also an important update. Now here they are just saying that, okay, due to COVID, SEVP instituted a temporary exemption regarding online courses. They're just saying, hey, whatever exemptions were given to you, those were temporary. They are revoking them back. That's their right. They are within their rights. Now, what are the options? This is important. Either you take no enrollment. You said, boss, I don't want to step out of the class. The situation is not good. I don't want to enroll in the fall semester. That's option number one. Option number two is change your university. Your university A says, hey, there won't be any in-person classes. Absolutely impossible. You switch to another university which is offering in-person classes, or your university comes with an option of hybrid or in-person classes. That's an option. Or there is another option called as medical leave. So these are 4 options in front of you. There might be many more, but as of today, I am aware of these four. This is an evolving story. We will continue, or rather, I will continue to update you on this. Now, these are the F1 visa regulations even before the COVID stuck. So, why am I showing to you? Check the second paragraph. This is important, and I believe this is the way forward in this situation. Now, it reads, if F1 visa holder intends to take more than 3 semester credit hours of online courses in a term, that means more than 3, your second and third class, you also plan to take that online. In that situation, what you can do, they will need to document the on-campus experimental component of all courses that exceed the 3-hour limit. Now that means your course should have an on-campus experimental component. Now what does that mean? This means this on-campus experimental component can be satisfied in a number of ways, including face-to-face tests, lab work, a required on-site lecture, mandatory library orientation, etc. That means your whole class can be online, but it should have an that means one on-campus component. It can be a face-to-face test, lab work, or required on-site lecture. Your teacher can say, or the professor can include on-campus component. Hey, you have to come strictly in campus. The final test I'm going to conduct will be strictly in campus. Even that can probably solve the problem. So that's why this page was important, and I believe something like this might happen, and we might get an update something like this. Now let's see a couple of websites. Let's go ahead and visit a couple of websites so that I can discuss something more with you. Now this is the same page that I just showed you. Now, medical leave, that is also called as F1, leave of absence. So there are some situations under which you are allowed to drop your semester, and medical leave is also one of them. Now this is an open option. Discuss with your university if you can use this option. An F1 international student taking leave of absence must either leave United States or there is no or, must either leave the United States, apply for a change of status to another immigration class, or transfer their service record to another school. So even if you take the medical leave, you may have to leave the country. But important thing is that on medical leave, you are allowed to leave your country for 5 months. Up to 5 months, you can leave the country and come back on the same service or same I-20 record and same visa. But if you exceed this medical leave for more than 5 months, you have to take another I-20 and another visa stamping, I believe. Find more details on this. So this is about the medical leave. So medical leave is also an option for you. So this is what happening. You have an update. So stay in touch with your university. At this time, stay calm. There is nothing you can do. If it was like, hey, give me GRE score of 325 and plus, else you leave this country, I would advise work hard and blah blah blah. But here you cannot do anything. It's your university who will have to find a way out. So stay in touch with your university, your DSO, read their emails regularly, visit the website regularly, and find what are your options so that you can stay in the United States legally and complete your master's program on schedule. So on schedule is important here. So let's keep an eye, and as and when I have updates available here, I will come back on this channel again and share it with you. Meanwhile, if you have any updates, please go ahead, write them in the comment section. That will also be very helpful. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.